Hello, it's Steve Rosenbaum here from steverosenbaum.com with another video, Social Media Do's and Don'ts. Today we're going to have another one of the do's. This one is creating redirects. These are easy to remember web addresses so you could tell people how they can find your different social media sites. For instance, I've created them for all of mine that go from my custom domain, which is steverosenbaum.com, and then simply put /Twitter, and you'll go to Twitter, or /Facebook, and you'll go to Facebook. This way, when I see somebody and they ask me, are you on Facebook? I can easily say, absolutely. Go to steverosenbaum.com/Facebook. This is real easy to set up. It takes a little bit of coding, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So don't be intimidated by this. It's really simple to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make a list of all of our social media accounts. Now I've done this in Excel, and I want to create these redirects for these 12 social media sites. What I've done is I've created this list and I've listed all my web addresses right here. And I'll show you why that's going to be important in just a second. What we're going to do is create individual web pages. These are redirect web pages that we're going to upload to our server, and it's going to have just one simple line of PHP code. And that PHP code is pretty simple. It looks like this. Let me pull it up for you. There it is right there. And I've copied and pasted this into my blog post right below this video. So if you're watching the video on YouTube, make sure you go over to our blog at steverosenbaum.com and find this blog posting, because you'll be able to just copy and paste this code right here. But it's real simple. It's one line of code. It opens with a bracket and a question point in PHP. Then it has the header command and the location. And then here's where you're going to put your address. That is the web address for Facebook. For me, this is my Facebook page. Once we've created this in Notepad, we simply save it, do a save as, put it somewhere easy where you can find it. Let me put this in my desktop temp file, and this is real important right here. This is what you're going to name it. You're going to name it index.php. Okay, this is very important here. See the name? Index.php. Leave it as a text type, that's okay. Save it somewhere where you remember. I'm going to put it in the desktop temp, and there you go. That's index.php. Now let's close this out. All right, now you're going to open up your FTP software. I use FileZilla. You could use just about anything that you want. And you're going to go to the domain, your custom domain. Here's my domain. We are right now in my server, and Steve Rosenbaum is where my public files go. And we are going to create a directory that says Facebook. So in FileZilla, I simply right click and I create a directory and I name it Facebook. Now this is real important. Pay attention right here. You want this to be in a /Facebook. So this is in my public HTML. Steve Rosenbaum is the name of this domain /Facebook. And we simply hit OK. Now we see that directory right here. We're going to open it up, and we're going to see down here it's empty. There's no files in it. But let's go to our computer and let's find that index.php that we just created. And I've got that in my desktop temp file. I just got to find that. That's on my desktop here. Okay, this should be easier to find. There it is, desktop temp. And under here, there's that index.php. We're just going to copy it right there. Okay, there you go. So what you see here now is in that Facebook directory, I've got index.php. Now the reason this is important is because that index.php is the default page, and you're going to test this out now by going to a web browser, and look what happens if we do Steve Rosenbaum .com/Facebook. You know what, I should lower this down so you can see it, right? There we go, steverosenbaum.com/Facebook. Look at that, goes right to my Facebook page. Now I have done that for all these pages. All you're going to do is repeat the same old steps. For instance, for my friend feed, okay, I'm going to take this code, I'm going to copy that code, I'm going to go back to my notepad file, and I'm going to change right here where it says HTTP. I'm going to get rid of that. Now, I copied that, and now I'm going to paste it. I copied the friend feed, and then then that goes to friendfeed.com. And once again, I'm going to save that as index. And you can save right over the other one you just used because you're all done using that one. So we can go back to my desktop temp, and I could resave this again. I can save this again as index.php. Now this is going to tell me, do I want to replace the old one? You bet. Let's just replace it because now it says friend feed. And now if I go into my FTP, I've already created my friend feed directory. In fact, I've already done this because there's my index.php, but I would simply do the same thing. I'd copy my index.php over here. So just do that now for all of your different social media sites. And here are the results. This is really neat because if you go now, take a look at my Twitter page and look at what I've done here. On my Twitter page, let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. On my Twitter page, I say, let's get social, and here are all 12 of my different sites. And it's real easy to remember. If somebody says, what is your YouTube site? I can simply tell them, go to steverosenbaum.com/YouTube. Same thing goes for Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, FriendFeed, Technorati, StumbleUpon, Flickr, Reader, Dig, Yelp, and ActiveRain. I've got 12 social media sites, and I don't have to remember any of the addresses because I've taken maybe 15, 20 minutes to create these quick little PHP redirects, and now everything is all linked together. So that's it. It's that easy. You yourself can do this. Create these redirects, put them on your website so that people know where to find you in your social media sites. And that is definitely one of the social media do's that you want to do. This is Steve Rosenbaum. Join us on the blog at steverosenbaum.com and certainly at Twitter. Steve, you know the address, right? steverosenbaum.com/Twitter. And I bet you even know my Facebook address, right? All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the web.